I'll be coming out of chute number 4. Now make sure and be there.
Got it. Get away from me, girlie. I'm old enough to be your father.
Yes, sirree! Look at that boy go! Here we go now! Stay right in there, boy! And now for the bucking bronco contest. The first rider to go 10 seconds gets a $500 prize.
Hey, Mom, this is Pop's event.
Out of chute number 3, it's Tex Rogers on Midnight. Here he comes, folks, and there he goes!
Oh, dear. Eddie, you never should have gotten your father into this. This is worse than the time you talked him into riding that surfboard, and he knocked the end off that new steel pier.
That time was 5 3/10 seconds. Now, out of chute 5, it's Hugh Hobson on Nasty Nelly. Ride him, cowboy, ride him!
Where do you suppose Grandpa is?
I don't know. He's never around when you need him. I suppose he's horsing around someplace.
Hey, you stupid nag, get out of here. That's for Volcano. Get out there.
Better get ready, Munster. The way they're throwing them off, you'll be up pretty soon now.
Yes, sirree. I hope they give me a horse with some spirit. I'd hate to have to ride some tired old grandfather.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going?
In the stall number 4. My son-in-law's gonna ride me in the next event.
Come on, beat it, Pops.
Hey, keep your hands off, Buster. I'll get you for cruelty to animals.
Hey, Charlie. Got an old stew bum here that thinks he's a horse. Come on.
Wait a What's going on here? Hey, wait a minute. He wore off. I'm not a horse anymore.
Of course you're not a horse. You're Snow White, and we're the 7 Dwarfs. Get out of here and don't come back.
The time was 5 3/10 seconds. So far, we have no winner. Our final contestant, coming out of chute 4, is Herman Munster on Volcano.
Oh, boy, that's Pop.
Oh, I can't bear to look.
Volcano. Nice volcano. Hey, Volcano. That was a neat name you picked for yourself, Grandpa. It makes you sound as though you're going to be rough. Grandpa? Grandpa, it's me, Herman. Grandpa. Oh, I get it. No conversation. You want to make it look good. Grandpa! Grandpa, will you watch it? You almost threw me off. It's fine to ham it up, but you don't...
Oh, stay with him, Uncle Herman.
Hang on! Hang on!
Grandpa, will you watch it? Grandpa!
I can't bear to look.
Grandpa, you big show-off. Will you listen to me?
Ride him, Pop.
All right, Grandpa, if you want to play that way, two can play that way as well as one.
Uncle Herman is certainly showing the spectators what he's made of.
Yes, and I hope we can replace the parts.
Is Herman Munster.
Oh, Lily.
Oh, Herman's twin brother. Oh, Charlie, it's good to see you.
Lily, you look just wonderful, my dear. A lot of people would just die to have a complexion like that. Don't tell me. This is little Eddie. Why, the last time I saw you, my boy, you were this high. Oh, Marilyn, don't you look pretty, how you do in school, dear?
Just fine, Uncle Charlie.
Good, good, good. And now Uncle Charlie has a little something for each of you. Now let me see. What have I got here? Eddie, this is for you.
Oh, boy, a bat in the box. Thank you, Uncle Charlie.
And Lily, this is for you.
Oh, Charlie, a new shroud. Oh, a girl can never have enough of these.
Madeline, this here's for you. Greatest thing in the world for wars. Now, don't worry, Grandpa. Old Charlie hasn't forgotten you.
Good. Oh. Oh, it's a box of cigars.
And the box, you see, is a great place to keep your ashes. But tell me, where's Herman? He can't still be nursing a grudge against his own twin brother.
Oh, of course not, Charlie. He loves you. He'll be right down.
Oh, no, he won't.
What's in the other suitcase, Uncle Charlie?
That, Madeline, my dear, is a little invention that is going to make your Uncle Charlie $1 million.
$1 million?
Oh, an invention. By the way, you know, I happen to be a bit of an inventor myself. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Delighted.
What does it do, Uncle Charlie?
It extracts uranium from seawater.
Extracts uranium from seawater? I don't believe it.
If you will allow me,
Marilyn, please.
I'll show you how it works. See? Good old everyday garden variety seawater, and contains 0.047 grains of uranium. Now, let me see here. I turn the machine on. Now I add the water.
Is that really uranium?
Well, there's one sure way to find out. I'll fly down to my laboratory and get my Geiger counter.
No, Grandpa, don't do that. It's not necessary. I mean, I have my own. I always carry a Geiger counter with me.
You know, you'll make a fortune. Why, do you realize that uranium is worth its weight in gold?
Well, what do you know? Well, it's getting late. I'd better find me a hotel. Say how'd you do to Herman for me. Funny. I have a feeling that boy's been avoiding me. You're darn right I am.
You're going to stay here with us. After all, you're Herman's only living relative.
Oh, Lily, how sweet. Well, if you insist. Eddie, come along, my boy. You and me are going to dig up a little snack first.
It's easy to see who got all the personality in that family.
Guess what, Herman? Charlie is staying with us.
He's doing no such thing. I want him and this phony uranium machine out of this house this instant.
What? Herman Munster, how can you talk like that about your own flesh and blood?
Because I've known him longer than you. Charlie Munster is a scoundrel and a con artist from way back. Why, the doctor who put them together didn't have an honest bone in his whole laboratory.
Hey, Marilyn. Yes, dear? When Mom and Pop come back from Dr. Dudley's, will Pop have his old face again?
Well, you see, Eddie, now Dr. Dudley is a general practitioner. And if he advises an operation, then he'll refer your father to a plastic surgeon.
Oh, gee.
Eddie, cheer up. His old face wasn't that sensational.
Compared to his new one, I think it was.
So do I. Oh, what's so funny?
The way Herman disguised himself to appear in public so he wouldn't get stared at.
What's so funny about that?
I'll bet you 10 to 1 he gets stared at anyhow.
Sit down. Yeah, that's fine. Right there. Now, tell me about the accident. Oh, I didn't get any of that.
Doctor, he was hit on the head by a bolt of lightning.
Oh, that's terrible.
Don't you think you could hear him better if you took off the bandages?
Take off. I think so, too. Come, right this way. Up and right over to... That's fine. All righty, let's hop on the old table. Good. Let's see what we have here. You know, this roll of bandages reminds me of my childhood. I had a Siamese cat who loved to play with a spool of yarn. My mother gave the cat away because she thought that I was allergic to it. But I wasn't. We found out later that I was allergic to my mother. Mr. M, I have no time for games. Show me your face.
Not until you promise not to laugh at it.
No, I never laughed at it before. From time to time, it made me sick, but I never laughed.
Herman, baby, please. After all, he's our doctor.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you mean that this is the result of being hit by a bolt of lightning? Fantastic. Mr. Munster.
Yes, Doctor.
It is my considered expert medical opinion that that bolt of lightning was your good fairy.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that this face is a vast improvement. So don't complain.
We were hoping to restore his old one with plastic surgery.
You're kidding. No. You really want the old face back? On purpose?
Yes. And that's why we brought this photograph. So you could tell us if it's possible.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Munster, forget it. No plastic surgeon in the world would touch him. Wear it in good health.
He likes this face better, and he calls himself a doctor.
Well, dear, there's no accounting for taste. Don't you worry. We'll get another opinion. Now, I'll go and fix you some lunch.
I'm not hungry. Darn, 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 darn. Nobody loves me.
There, there.
Herman, I still don't think that you should be horsing around with that lady welder. There's no telling who might find out. It might even get back to Lily.
Lily who?
Lily, your wife.
Well, I think any woman who forgets her husband's 100th wedding anniversary has no call to be jealous. Anyway, that lady welder and I are just friends. Just because I'm a welder, you know, doesn't mean I'm carrying the torch for her.
If I fine. Okay, Herman. But may I ask you something? Why are you making so many sandwiches?
Well, I just thought if it worked, my coworker gets hungry, she might like to dip into my lunch pail as a gesture of friendship.
Aunt Lily, I hate to give you advice, but if I were you, I wouldn't encourage that welder friend of yours at work tonight.
Oh, I'm not going to encourage him, Marilyn. I'm just going to share my supper with him.
But I think if Uncle Herman found out, he'd be very upset.
Well, how could he find out? He's working at the parlor nights. Anyway, a husband who forgets his anniversary doesn't deserve too much consideration. Hope my friend likes bat milk yogurt. That's milk yogurt. He must like the same thing I do. Heavens to Betsy. Could this provocative stranger be my husband, Herman?
The Admiral's making a little inspection trip, so keep on your toes.
Aye, aye, sir.
Badge number 7. Report to me, please. Badge number 7.
Head knockwurst sandwiches and bat's milk yogurt, just like Lily makes me at home. Isn't that a coincidence? Gadzooks. I've been flirting with my own wife.
The Admiral's making an inspection trip. Now he's a stickler on workers' morale. So let's be on the ball when he gets here.
Everything will be safe in my section, sir. I hope.
This is Admiral Melford. He's making a little inspection to boost the workers' morale. Take off your helmets and say hello. Come on, take them off.
With a stranger in the shipyards, will you? Is that any way to respect our marriage?
What are you talking about? You were flirting with a big goon and you didn't even know it was me. Shame, shame, shame.
Hey, Munster, I'll teach you. Take that, you two-timer. Take that.
Boyer.
And that.
This is the worst
There,
morale
take
I've
that.
ever seen.
And that.
These people are fired.